Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm George Conley with Scratch Golf Tips. Today we've got a quick video talking about the baby flop shot, as I like to call it. So in this first video, you can see me swinging at a full flop shot. Now the full flop shot is a very fun shot to try and hit, but in reality, you don't really need to use it on course very often. The only time you'll need it is in very extreme circumstances. You're going way downhill, you barely have any green to work with, etc. So having a more manageable yet high trajectory soft landing chip is something that is super effective to be able to turn to on the golf course. The baby flop is essentially an abbreviated version of the flop shot. We're going to have that weight forward. We're going to be accelerating through the ball, but not nearly as exaggerated and not as much. We're also not going to have the club face as open. It's going to be a little bit open, but not nearly that full blade open face that we normally see. Now, another aspect of this shot that is very important to think about is the club path when swinging through the ball. For me, I like to feel out to in very heavily, almost like I'm trying to slice this chip. That allows me to keep that club face open, and it allows me to scoop under the ball while not exposing too much bounce as to chunk the ball. Now, this ball is definitely going to come out a little bit higher than normal, and when I say normal, I'm talking about a standard chip, but it is not going to shoot straight up in the air like a flop shot. So it's important to note that this ball also will not land as quickly as a flop shot. If you hit a perfect flop shot, where it lands, it's only going to roll out a couple inches, maybe a foot or two. With this shot, that's not the case. It is going to roll out a little bit more. The benefit of this obviously being that sometimes we need to hit those higher trajectory chips, whether you're going over a bunker, whether you don't have a ton of green to work with, but you don't need to go with a full flop shot. This is a great way just to get the ball in the air with a 60 degree or a 58. You can even do this with a 56 degree if you wanted to, but making sure that you have an abbreviated finish is also an important aspect of this. As you can see here, I'm working on the swing feeling for me is to hip height. It ends up in actuality being a little bit higher than my hip height, but staying very compact, keeping those arms in the nice triangle, keeping some tension in the arms is a really nice way to master this shot and dial it in. So as with any golf shot like this, any chip shot, any finesse-based pitch shot, you need to practice it. So here I am. I spent about 20 minutes just hitting these baby flop shots, and I really like to turn to them on the course a lot, but that's only because I have a lot of confidence in hitting them now that I've practiced them off the course. So let me know what you think about this. If you have any questions on anything I mentioned or failed to mention about this shot, when to use it, etc., please leave them in the comment section down below. We read and reply to all comments on these videos. As always, thank you very much for watching. Play well and take care.